feel, I know I say it all the time, but I don't feel anything now.
Cashman had mentioned that for the first time you weren't feeling it while you were walking. How was it after the bike?
Sorry, I didn't even hear that.
Cashman just said that you weren't feeling it when you were walking anymore, and that was a step in the right direction. How was it after the bike?
Yeah, it's gone. I mean, walking around, I haven't run. Obviously, that's the next step. I was hoping I'd be able to do that today, but, you know, unfortunately, I'm on a disabled list. And, you know, I get it. You got to come here. You don't want the team playing short. You know, a guy's short, so you have an extra couple days to work with.
What's the schedule mapped out for you moving forward?
I haven't even mapped one out. Today was the riding the bike. Not exactly sure. I'm sure I'll talk with Cash and the trainers after batting practice, but there's really no schedule mapped out yet.
Did you think you could maybe play today?
What's that?
Did you think you could maybe play today?
I always think I can play. You know
in
what I
terms
mean?
of where it was the quad, in terms of how it was progressing.
Right now it's fine.
Yeah.
Like I said, but I haven't run, so I'm pretty sure they'll make me run before they let me play. So, you know, I assumed if I wasn't going to be on the disabled list, I'd probably have to try to run today. But once again, I get it. You know, I get the fact that it's been a week since I last played, and you know, there are certain steps along the way.
Do you think you can be off by next Saturday to be ready to go?
Why not? I told them I played today.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you ask me, yeah, I want to play, but I understand that there's something that needs to be better before I play.
But did it come down to MRI when the doctor saw the MRI?
Yeah, I don't think they trust me too much anymore, so they put me in the MRI machine again, and like I told you before, I can't fake out the test, so they had to take that MRI to prove to them I was ready, and I wasn't.
Derek, we've talked many times about the degree of frustration that you may feel about this. How are you feeling personally?
It's frustrating. I spent a lot of time trying to get my ankle right and get back on the field, which I did, and finally when that was good to go, something else happens. But these things happen. You know, I've played entire spring trainings and pulled a muscle at the end, so it's, you know, I think a lot of times people want to try to tie one to the other. It's not necessarily the case. No one knows, but it's not just because my ankle was hurt. You know, you hear people say I came back too soon. I don't think that's the case. You know, it's I was ready to come back. I came back. I was running fine, and this happened. But this happens to guys that go through full spring trainings and play a lot of games.
When you do come back, is anything going to change in your approach? Like
No.
even just running that high ground balls? Same deal?
Same. You know, I think, you know, at the beginning, obviously, you know, you got to run under control. I think is the best way to do it. I don't know if you can. I don't agree with people saying you don't run hard. I think you always run hard, but you have to run under control. I hit one hopper to the first baseman, and he's 2 feet from first base. Then you don't run as hard as you can. But you try to run under control. But I've done that in the past.
Derek, are you going to stay with the team through this process the entire time?
As far as I know,
Yeah.
maybe I should correct myself. As far as I know, unless something changes.
Is any part of this, is it harder to deal with the rehab process these last couple of times you had to deal with just because you are older now than you deal with injuries before?
You know, I was wondering who was going to be the first one to say that. I would have bet on you, Sweeney. So, can you start over? I stopped listening.
Do you think that just the rehab process is more difficult since you are older now?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, my ankle broke. People break ankles at different ages. You know, I don't think it's necessarily you hit a certain age, all of a sudden your ankles start breaking. Quad, I've done a quad before when I was younger. I pulled a hamstring in my 20s. You know what I mean? So I don't think age is anything.
Not necessarily the injury, but coming back from it.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know if you
It's just how I think.
I don't know if you were asked your questions, but Joe had mentioned about a week ago that when you do come back, you might have to guard against it, you know, a little bit. You know, said that we'll tell him that. I don't know if he'll listen because of who he is.
Yeah, I just said that. You know, you play under control. Is the best way to do it. The best way to put it. You know, I don't like to say that you don't run hard. You always run hard. You always play as hard as you can. That'll never change. But I think you can play under control.
Derek, you've been a guy that always hates to talk about injuries. How difficult is it to constantly have to face the press and face all these questions constantly, especially now with the
it's not fun. I don't like to talk about it. You know, my thing is you play or you don't. But if you don't play, you have to answer questions. You know, once I start playing again, then I don't want to hear about it. You know, I don't want to answer questions about it because you're out there playing. But I get the fact that I'm not in the lineup, so you guys have to ask questions. But these are the only questions I've gotten pretty much all year, so it's been frustrating in that sense.
There's a degree where they feel that the Yankees need you to be able to make a playoff run. Do you feel some sort of sense of responsibility? Do you feel like you owe it to this team?
I have a responsibility to be out there each and every day, every year. regardless of where our team is in the standings, regardless of how they're playing, I want to play. So it's not like I want to play any more now than I did before, because I want to play every single day that I'm here. I don't like sitting games out. I've never liked sitting games out, and I look forward to getting back out there.
Do you think Alex coming back Monday is going to be a boost?
Yeah, I mean, you want to get everybody back, because you want guys to be healthy. You know, that's the thing. So for everything, from what I understand, is he feels good, and I don't know when he's coming back. Was it Monday? So, yeah, I think he's going to help us.
Is it strange being a spectator for the Red Sox series?
Man, it's been strange. It's been a strange 9 months in general. I don't like watching games, period. If we have a 20-game lead in certain years, I still want to play every game. So, yeah, it's been kind of odd. We played, almost 100 games? I've played one. It doesn't even sound right.